3-1 today, a defeat, your first defeat in charge. Taylor two halves, is that fair to say?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I thought first half we started really well. I spoke to players at half time. I thought we got a little bit complacent with the things that we spoke about and stopped doing them, which I re-emphasised second half. We knew that they'd come out and have a reaction, and they did. But like, it's really difficult because for me it should be a penalty and it should be 2-2, and then they counter attack. And I've been told that every contact in the box isn't a penalty. But when you've got Sam Nombe stood there waiting for a slide across to tap it in, if not, it's a little bit frustrating.
Tough one to take, certainly. You could see Malik Wilkes' reaction to that as well. I think he beat the turf about 15 times after that. He ultimately might not have decided the game, but there were a few decisions second half, weren't you, that could have helped?
Yeah, it's hard for me to comment on every decision because I'd probably be here for 3 days. So that is what it is. Look, sometimes you're on right end of them, sometimes you're wrong. But I just felt that some of the key decisions kind of went against us, and then we got a little bit, which is on me, by the way, a little bit spread out as a team, and lads are wanting to do that well. That we've got like 5 centre forwards on and no midfield and 5 at the back, and you can't get back in games like that. We can't retain possession. So they're the things. Look, and it's easy to make excuses about the amount of games and the players and everything. In certain moments of that second half, we just have to be a little bit better, but that'll come from time on the pitch. And we're playing against a team who are fourth and are full of quality and have got plenty of confidence, and we've got plenty of confidence, but we probably haven't had the time on the training ground to affect certain situations in the game.
Because one of the key points of the first half, clearly you got a great goal, great team goal, good header as well. The organisation was really good, wasn't it? You really restricted Stockport so much until Jack Diamond curls a fantastic goal in from 25.
Yeah, but without going through too much technical and tactical detail, we knew that if we shifted the ball quickly in the middle of the pitch, we'd hurt them. And for the first 25 minutes, we did that. And then we stopped doing it and slowed everything down. And almost there's a real level between confidence and arrogance. And I'm not saying we've got arrogant players, but we almost got to that point where we're thinking, oh, actually, this is all right, and we can do kind of, hey, and I can have a bit of an extra touch. And I banged on about it last 2 days, so that's frustrating. But again, look, lads are still getting to know me. I'm still getting to know them. I ain't coming out here. I can't fault the effort, the desire, the commitment. The fans obviously stuck behind the lads and clapped them off at end, which I really, really appreciate. But there were always going to be one of these or a couple of these from now till the end of the season, because a lot of what you're seeing from Stockport is a good pre-season. It's a good recruitment strategy. It's confidence. It's backing results up. And I probably thought we just blew up a little bit on 60 minutes.
Do you learn as much today as you have done in the last few weeks? It's a cliche about you learn more in defeat, but is that genuinely the case?
Yeah, I've learned a lot in victories as well, by the way. So, but look, I'm giving different people opportunities. Kels and Jono have had 10 minutes on training ground Friday because we didn't want them to pass the illness that they've had on. So, like, you've seen Kels there, he's had a right good go, and then obviously, like, you can even see he's not kind of the same player because he's not probably eaten in last week. But it's fair play to players. They're all pulling in one direction again, which is great. They all want to be out there. They all want to be involved in it. And again, probably some of the things towards the end of the game is more on me for a structure, really.
And I suppose it's testament to the near fortnight that you've had, the reception that you got at the end, getting the players together, going there, the fact that most of the fans have stayed. Must give you some real pride that even in defeat, that's the reaction.
Yeah, but I mean, I've said it for the last 10, 11 days. We can guarantee hard work, commitment, desire. Like, look, I can't click my fingers and everything I want to work on be worked on in 11 days with the amount of games we've had. So, look, are we disappointed to lose? Yeah, every time this football club loses a game, there's nobody more disappointed than me. However, I think that the fans can see that something's building. I've just explained to the players in there, look, you're going to win a lot of games next season. So, like take this on the chin, understand why it is. We'll look at it on Monday in a debrief. It won't be pinpointing or it's not personal. it's look, this has to be better, and we'll do that in a controlled environment, understand where and why it went wrong, and then move on.
Was decision making an issue in the second half at times with some of the lads at the back, just in key moments?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, but again, like they're running on empty. So like Axe there, like running it back into his own goalkeeper. He never, well, I'm saying he never do that. He did against Blackpool, but we need to knock that out of him. But I just think you're thinking, your clarity of thought, you want to do that well. You make silly mistakes, and when you make silly mistakes against teams who are up there in this division, you're going to get punished. And I don't think their goals were unbelievably outstanding goals. I'll look back on them and I'm sure I'll be disappointed in all of them. But again, that's football, and that's down to me to correct and put right and make sure we understand why and how and where we can improve in that area.
And a few free days now, I imagine, will be great to try and get some fitness back and some rest.
Yeah, again, look, yeah, it's important. We'll train again this week. We've then got Friday, Monday, which is obviously again going to be a tough ask. But I'd like to think there were some things that I really liked today in the performance, and some things we need to improve on. But I know that every game that we have, we need to be a little 3 or 4% better. And if we can do that by the end of the season, we'll be in a much better position going into the summer.